Today I'm going to do a review of the Double Chance Lottery figure Repaint by Galaxxxy. There were only 100 of these made, so I am super excited to have her in my collection. Initially when I opened her, my first thing was I adore the colors they chose. There's this rainbow gradient on the moon, rainbow gradient on the base with the gold logo, and then the stars that of course are plastered kind of all over the moon are these soft pastel colors to go along with it. And if you look here, I'll see if I can get the sheen going. The stars are pearly, which is a really nice touch against the matte moon, right? So they pop a little bit with that pearly paint to them. The next thing I noticed is for Usagi herself, they really brightened up the colors. So instead of doing your typical dark blue and pink or red, they decided to really amp up and use vibrant colors. So she's this really bright blue and this really bright, almost sort of an orangey pink red. And then they added a gradient touch to it. So her bow has a bit of gradient on the top, and her boots have a little bit of gradient on the tops also, which I think is just a fantastic, nice little touch. The next thing they did that I was really excited for is they did a gradient on her hair. So if you look at the ends of her hair, they are purple. I think that's very fun. It's not too often you get official Sailor Moon figures that kind of play with the design a little bit. Usually it's the copy-paste, same thing in a different pose, so I was excited to see unique little details like that. She's really well painted. Her brooch has nice detail in it. It has the gems. It's not just, you know, gold with no details. Her tiara is gold. The crescents on her boots are gold and they're metallic paint, so they pop really nicely. Everything's really well painted. There's no funny marks or missing places anywhere. It's quite well done. The gradient is really beautiful. I really love the colors they chose for this. It has the copyright information on the bottom here, and compared to the original it has the Galaxxxy copyright on it, whereas the original doesn't have that. She's very, very lovely. I was quite impressed with her, and I'm very excited to have her. The original also, though, very lovely figure. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring in the original and we can compare the two. So here we go. There's the original versus the Galaxxxy repaint. The original, I was in love with her when I had her. Of course, now that I have both, I prefer the Galaxxxy, but really, you know, not by much because they did a really good job with the original one. So if you look at it here, the colors are a little bit, you know, not quite as fun and vibrant, but they're still very pretty. They went with the pink for her boots instead of the red, which the 90s anime used. So she's a little bit closer to the manga than she would be the anime. However, they stuck with the anime eyes and face style and proportions. So that's kind of a fun mixture there. They did metallic on her Dango shields, whereas the Galaxxxy didn't. You know, they used a matte paint and sort of painted in a sheen, which looks great on the figure, and the metallic on this one is fun. They used the metallic gold on her brooch also. The face paint is the same, however, her eyes are a bit darker. The standard edition has darker eyes, and the Galaxxxy edition kind of has a little bit more vibrant eyes, and the mouth too, you can see the difference there. It's a soft pink on the standard edition and kind of a vibrant color on the new one. Otherwise, you know, there's not too many differences. They did clear stars on this one, which I thought was fun. They're transparent instead of just a solid plastic. The base is transparent all the way through. Very lovely figure. Also, you know, they're both great. They both have their merits. Let's see here, we'll get this one turned around. Same mold, different paint. So depending on which one you prefer and what your budget is, you could decide which one you want to add to your collection. This one, you're probably not going to get for under $800 because there were only 100 of them made and they're in high demand, so they're hard to find. This one, you could probably go on eBay and get her for under $130 right now, shipped, right? So she's quite affordable and she's really fantastic. So if you don't have one of these and you're on a budget and you want one, definitely you won't have any regrets if you go get the standard edition. It's really lovely. So there you have it. Galaxxxy repaint and the standard edition. That's all for now. Bye guys!